What's going on, guys? Devil Artemis here, and I am joined today by my Discord peeps. We have people from Popo's bedroom in here. We have my boy Jeremy, my boy Vinix, and of course Unrelenting Gaming. And guys, we have a super special topic for you guys today, and we're actually going to be discussing Goku. Now, as you guys know, the 1 hour special is coming up, and we actually got a treat to an extended preview, which of course I will be showing in the video. But we're going to be discussing not the outcome to Jiren and Goku's battle, but more so Goku himself and exactly what's going to happen for him to unleash this hidden power. Now, I have my own theory that I was talking about earlier today, which I'm going to explain to you guys. But before I talk about my theory, I want to get everybody's thoughts. So guys, join us today in this topic. Share your thoughts down in the comment section. Of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and give this video a like. Let me know what you think about Goku in terms of how he's going to achieve this transformation. Do you guys think that he's going to absorb the Spirit Bomb? Do you guys think that he's mastered a new Super Saiyan form? Let me know in the comment section. I want to hear your theories and I want to hear your thoughts. I want to see what the hell is going through people's minds. I want to know. But anyways, I'm joined here today by Bubbles, Pablo, Jeremy, Vinix, and of course Alex from Unrelenting Gaming. So I wanted to get started with Unrelenting Gaming. Alex, bro, what do you think about Goku's form, man? What's your opinion in terms of how this form is going to be achieved? What do you think is going to be the greatest feature of his form? How do you think he's going to obtain it? I want to know your thoughts, bro. Share it with me. What's going on?
Well, I wanted to say thank you so much for having me. Now, it pertains to the form, man. I don't know. It's kind of tricky because we see Goku pushing the Spirit Bomb, and obviously enough, people are going to say, well, the Genki Dama shouldn't have any effect on Jiren because Jiren's a Pride Trooper. He's not considered to be evil. So how is the Spirit Bomb going to be negated? I think that more or less Jiren's going to push it back. Now, how it's going to result is it's up to the episode in terms of us watching it, because from what it looks like, either A, the bomb consumes him, or B, the bomb explodes in front of him, in which result we see at the very end when he stands up, he emerges from the explosion, presumably enough, in this new Limit Breaker form. So my thought behind this is I think that something happens during the Spirit Bomb struggle which causes Goku to transform or possibly tap into this power midway, and after the explosion consumes him, we see relatively how he gets up, and at the very end we see him turn around and he's in that form. Now, right. I can't sit here and say for sure like how it's going to happen. I'm gonna theorize that it's gonna be possibly something involving Goku during the heat of the moment, not something where it's gonna be post after, like for example him absorbing the bomb, because we still haven't even gotten that information as to how he even creates the bomb to begin with. But my prognostication is I think that it's going to happen while he's pushing the bomb back, because bro, as he's pushing the bomb back, where did all this black lightning come from? Where are his pupils? Like why all of a sudden is Goku going through this, while he's pushing the bomb back? Either Jiren is creating enough force to, push the bomb in Goku's direction hard enough to where Goku can't even push it back, or something else happens. But I just think that it's more or less during that struggle where Goku taps into something to where, as a result, when the bomb explodes, he emerges with this new transformation. Because it's kind of iffy to say what happens, but it's gonna be awesome nonetheless. I mean, it's gonna be back to back, so it's gonna be a really awesome fight to watch.
Well, I mean, there are a bunch of unanswered questions. We don't know how the hell Goku even does the Spirit Bomb, so I see where you're coming from, and it's a little bit too early to tell. But Vinix, what do you think, man? Tell me what you think about Goku's transformation. How do you think he's going to achieve this transformation?
All right, now, thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you, Artemis, for having me. Really appreciate it, bro.
No problem, man.
Now, so about Goku's transformation, how I think he's going to achieve it, as I've heard recently, his body reacts to the Spirit Bomb. No, not the Spirit Bomb. His body reacts to the Kaioken times 20, nearly feeling that level of power, similar to what happened in Battle of Gods Arc against Beerus when his body felt Super Saiyan God. You know what I'm saying? And as I've heard, his body reacts to that, and that triggers Limit Breaker.
So you think because of his body has a heightened sense of power that's what's going to trigger Limit Breaker?
Yes, basically using Kaioken times 20 as a trigger for it.
That's interesting. All right, that's a good theory. How about you, Jeremy? What do you think about Goku's Limit Breaker form? What do you think is going to trigger it?
I mean, for what's going to trigger it, I've been thinking of the explosion of the Spirit Bomb. After it explodes in the trailer, you can see that flashes red and blue, and that afterwards, let me just grab the moment on my screen. and after it flashes red and blue, it seems like he pushes to a Kaioken maybe beyond the times 20. Like it's never seen before, but
Well,
I strongly
you have to
believe.
keep in mind that we do have spoilers, so we know what's going to
Yeah.
happen after this, and we know for a fact that Jiren is going to be facing off against Hit. So
Yeah.
the question is, what happens to Goku? Now, that's a good theory. A lot of people are going with the whole Spirit Bomb thing. I just want to say right off the bat that my theory doesn't involve Spirit Bomb and it doesn't involve Kaioken. But I want to hear Pablo's. What's your theory? What do you think triggers the Limit Breaker?
Well, firstly, like everyone's been saying, thank you for having me.
No problem.
I think to get his new form right, I feel like it's not going to be through the Spirit Bomb. I feel like he's let out so much energy through the Spirit Bomb that his body's just gone into such a state that his body's just like, fuck it, just Spirit Bomb, just Limit Breaker. Like he's gonna get this form from that, because it would be so cliche for them to use the Spirit Bomb to get to his new form.
Right, to absorb the Spirit Bomb.
Yeah,
Right.
But then another thing, in what was it? In the Battle of Gods, when I think it was the movie or it was the series, and Goku went to punch Beerus's massive Ki Blast, and when he punched it, he was in his base form, and maybe it's something to do with that he absorbed it and he was in his apparent god form at the time, and that's probably what it was. That's what I feel like it was for me. But I mean, it might be the Spirit Bomb. I would be pretty upset if it was the Spirit Bomb. I
mean, we don't have a lot of information to base off of, but it's just like I said. That's what I wanted to see if you guys had any theories, anything that you guys can piece together in your head. How about you, Bubbles? What do you think? What do you think about Goku's Limit Breaker?
I am heavily impressed actually with Limit Breaker. When I first saw the original pictures, I was not. I didn't think it would be a good form, and I think so far from the previews that we've seen for the upcoming, I think it's going to be really cool. But what we did notice is that all of the other times, because we haven't seen much out of Spirit Bomb, he hasn't really had to, I feel, use it too many times, Goku. But from what we've seen so far, it has been against a rival that we could say is evil. Using it against Majin Buu, using it against Frieza. So we know, or at least what we can gather is, seeing with the other Pride Troopers, is that Jiren is not necessarily evil, or is not evil at all. And so I think that what could trigger the Limit Breaker is because when Goku has had to use Spirit Bomb before, he's never quite had it bounce back at him, due to his opponent having, I guess, the pure nature to bounce back the Spirit Bomb. So I don't necessarily think that, when it bounces back to Goku, that because Goku's pure, like that's why it would trigger it. No, not that sort of situation, but maybe since it hasn't happened before, that could be an effect that we didn't know about previously because we've never seen it.
Okay, so guys, I want to thank all of you guys for your theories. Now, I want to explain my theory on why I think Goku's Limit Breaker is not going to have to do anything with Kaioken or Spirit Bomb, and then I want to hear your thoughts based on my theory. I want to get feedback. Now, my theory on this whole Limit Breaker shenanigan is I don't think that Goku's Kaioken or this Spirit Bomb situation is going to be what triggers Limit Breaker. I've been trying to think really hard on what is it that Limit Breaker could be, and I think honestly it's just the same thing as what a Super Saiyan is, where Super Saiyan, not in terms of a like a power up with golden hair. I mean, like, Super Saiyan is something that's in the genes of all Saiyans. So what I mean by it's like Super Saiyan is it's something that's in the genes of Saiyans. So Limit Breaker is a form that's like a sleeping gene or something in Goku that awakens when he finally goes up against someone like Jiren. Not to the point where the Spirit Bomb is deflected and bounced off and then Goku absorbs it, but he just sees that his body, that's all it can give. So at a moment's notice like when the moment arises, his body finally, that gene inside of his body finally awakens, and he unlocks this quote-unquote limit breaker form. It's not going to be called limit breaker, I'm sure it's going to be called something, but this whole new form awakens from a deep sleep, from a slumber, the same way Super Saiyan did. Where Super Saiyan, we didn't know anything about Super Saiyan until the whole Frieza saga stuff, but it was something, a sleeping ability that Saiyans we know are capable of. So who's to say that's the only sleeping ability? Who's to say that Super Saiyan is the only ability that Saiyans have? The reason why I thought of this is because of the following episode where Jiren is going to fight Hit. What happens to Goku? I don't think that Goku is going to be eliminated. I don't think Goku is going to awaken this form and then just be eliminated right after, because let's be honest, that would be extremely unsatisfying. Can you imagine? What would you guys think? What would you guys think if Goku awakens Limit Breaker and he's immediately eliminated right after? That's bullshit, right?
Well, I mean, wouldn't you kind of say it's kind of ironic how Goku unleashes his trump card and launches the bomb, and even realizing that not even his best move is enough? I mean, sort of like kind of similar to, and we spoke about this off camera many times. Remember when the Cell Juniors beat down Goku, and as he got beat down, he was trying to climb back up, and he was saying to everybody, he was like, guys, I'm sorry, I just didn't think it would end up this way. And I think that fairly enough, he was very confident going into this fight with Kaioken times 20 and the Spirit Bomb, like, okay, I got this. And even while throwing everything in the kitchen sink and realizing, like, yo, that's not enough. I'm sorry for even, like, being, like, overstepping my own boundaries and thinking that I can handle everybody on my own. And the fact that here comes somebody who not just tanked your best transformation and ability and technique, but also, like, your most powerful move. Right. I think that it's at that point when he tries to hold off the bomb, it's not going to be like a Kid Buu situation where he's going to be able to power up and throw it back. No, he's done, bro. That bomb, it's as clear as day if you have eyeballs and a brain. That bomb erupts in his face. It's just the fact that what happens after is the question. Does he emerge standing up with a new form, or does he lay there, you know, contemplating, like, what have I done? Like, I'm drawn out, and here's somebody that none of us can defeat. So what do we do now? Because obviously he's going to fight Hit. But at the very end, I really think that at the very end, he is going to transform. But more or less, I think that Jiren is going to possibly not sense Goku's energy anymore, and assuming that he probably got knocked off and continue on his merry little way until he stumbles upon Hit, thus having that fight happen, while Goku is out somewhere else, contemplating everything that's going on, possibly even digging deeper into his emotions, like you said, going deeper into that realm of, like, what a Saiyan truly was back in the day. Similar to Frieza, when Goku first transformed as a Super Saiyan against Frieza, we saw, like, that raw emotion erupt. So I think that's going to be a very similar trait. But that Spirit Bomb has a lot to do with it, man, because that's his most powerful attack.
I know, but the thing is, we've never seen Goku canon-wise absorb a Spirit Bomb. That's why I don't think that's how it works, because if that was the case, any energy that Goku produces, theoretically, he can absorb back into his body. Like, I just don't think that that's the case. For Goku to achieve this form, you're telling me that every time he would have to charge a Spirit Bomb up and then absorb it to achieve this power? I mean, it kind of seems like a really a good
repetitive way, right?
Yeah, well, I feel like it'll be a trump card that he can use in the future, but it would be very, very flawed. Like, all right, let me sit here and charge up a crazy Spirit Bomb, and then absorb it. Like, you know how you think the enemy's gonna sit there?
I don't think he's gonna absorb it, bro. I just think that I think that if you think about it, if your best move backfires in your face, you're not gonna get triggered in some way to be like, damn.
Right. That's why I'm saying. I'm saying when the Spirit Bomb is rejected and the Spirit Bomb is thrown back at him, that's when it awakens. When he notices, that's why I said, when he notices that the situation has arose where he has given it his all and his body just awakens something, which is why I mentioned Super Saiyan. It's a lot like Super Saiyan, because Super Saiyan has awakened at his time of need, where he was fighting Frieza, and finally the trigger of Krillin dying exploded this, you know, this hidden anger, this hidden potential, and unleashed what was the Super Saiyan inside of Goku. I feel like this is another situation of that in Dragon Ball, where except it's instead of Super Saiyan, it's Goku's new form. We're just calling it Limit Breaker, but you know, it'll be Goku's new form. Now, in the preview, we see, you know, Goku's veins go on his face, and he looks like Broly. His pupils are gone, and then we have these black electric you know, sparks and stuff all over his body. I feel like this is the breaking point where he notices like, fuck, Jiren just threw back or destroyed my Spirit Bomb. And this is when his body realizes that he is going to transform. Now, what I think is going to happen is he's going to transform into his Limit Breaker form, and then he's not going to be able to control it. I feel like Goku, the symbolism of his gray eyes, I feel like he's going to lose focus of Jiren, and he's going to focus on the other competitors. Because otherwise, I wouldn't know why Jiren would disengage himself from Goku, especially after he achieves his new form. So I think at that time when Goku's focused on the other competitors, or he's focusing on using the energy of his transformation, or trying to, you know, learn to use it in that form, I feel like Hit is going to engage Jiren, which is why he's engaging Jiren in the first place. Because I don't know any other reason as to why Goku would disengage from Jiren. What do you guys think? What do you think, Alex, about Jiren and Hit? Do you think Goku loses focus on Jiren, or do you think he's eliminated? Like, why do you think that Goku is not engaging Jiren in the following episode after the special?
My thing is, I have three outcomes for this. Either one, either option A, Hit can step in after realizing that Goku's badly injured and trying to not make the save, but kind of telling Goku what Goku told him against Dispo and saying, I'm not here to help you. I'm just here to fight the strongest, or fight the guy that I was targeting this entire time. Because remember, keep in mind, he's had it out for Jiren ever since what he did to Kale. They were going to throw down right there if it wasn't for Goku's dumbass coming out of nowhere and saying, yo. So if it were not for that situation, they would have thrown down right there. So I think that either A, Hit might come in and be like, well, I'm not here to help you. I'm here to just take down the biggest threat, and then I can handle you. Or B, there could be a situation to where Jiren presumes that Goku is unconscious. Maybe perhaps he can't sense his energy, and thus moving along and stumbling into Hit. And then they have their fight while Goku's recuperating, unknowing to Jiren's, you know, senses that he's still in this tournament or whatnot. That maybe Goku regains himself and saying, wow, like maybe there has to be an alternative to fight this guy. Or option B, or C actually, we might see something to where Goku pretty much disengages himself, but not to the point where it's done on purpose, but to the point where he needs some time to recover, right. And thus, you know, he tries to outmaneuver Jiren and probably running away, because it's as clear as day. The bomb blows up and he's not damaged. He's not, you know, down and out. He's not wrung out. I don't get why people are saying he's wrung out. He's not. Right. So maybe there's a situation to where Goku needs just a little bit of time, and thus, you know, here comes Hit to make the save. But it's undoubtable that even Toshio, the writer, said that Hit versus Jiren is going to be very, very, very intense. Even though it's going to last one episode, it's going to be a very intense fight. So depending on how you want to look at it, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, when those two fight, it could possibly be more brutal than how Goku and Jiren was. But I wanted to ask you something, in your opinion, because I don't know how everyone else feels. Do you feel like, honestly, looking back, do you think that Goku versus Jiren has the potential to be as brutal of a fight as Frieza versus Goku or Buu versus Goku?
Well, I mean, with Buu versus Goku, it was more like fast-paced action and infused with a little bit of comedy. But the whole Frieza versus Goku fight, that fight was just like macho on macho battles, like two brolic-ass dudes fighting on a dying planet. Like, it doesn't get any more badass than that. These guys at max power just trading blows, slamming each other, you know, through buildings and shit. Like, it's just, it was an awesome fight. I honestly thought that the Goku versus Frieza fight was one of the most badass fights. Do I think that this battle is going to be as intense? I feel like this battle is going to be one-sided. We know it's going to be one-sided because Jiren is going to be, I mean, in the preview itself, if you look closely in the preview, Goku, which I assume is in Kaioken times 20, kicks Jiren right in the face, and Jiren shrugs it off like it's nothing, grabs Goku's foot, and flings him. So, I mean, we just saw the level of power that Jiren has. And let's compare, okay? We have Merge Zamasu to where Merge Zamasu was, I think Goku's legs was broken or something, or he activated Kaioken and he kicked the shit out of Merge Zamasu, and Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue, not even times 10, just normal Kaioken, and he sent Zamasu flying. So that was Merge Zamasu. Now we can see automatically the difference in power between Merge Zamasu and Jiren through that one feat. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku is able to launch Merge Zamasu right, and hurt him. Meanwhile, Jiren is not phased by a Kaioken times 20 kick to the face. So there's a huge difference in power. I don't feel like this is going to be an epic battle. I feel like this is going to be a joke, like for Jiren. He's gonna literally just everything that Goku throws at him, Kamehameha waves, punches, kicks. I mean, it's not going to be easy because from the preview, Jiren misses some punches too. Goku is not a joke. Like Goku himself is not a fucking weakling, but it's going to be easy for Jiren because everything that Goku throws at him is not going to hurt him. I feel like it's not going to hurt him. But I wanted to get your thoughts, Vinix. What do you think? What do you think about the whole Hit versus Jiren stuff? Do you think Goku's going to get eliminated?
No, actually, thinking from the perspective of the makers of Dragon Ball Super, no, not anytime soon. Don't even think Goku's gonna get eliminated. But as for Jiren versus Hit, I feel like Jiren will actually go through Hit's time skip and surprise Hit and somehow get him eliminated, or Hit will just run off, or Jiren will just lose interest in him. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
All right. Well, how about you, Jeremy? What do you think?
I don't really think that Goku's gonna get eliminated because it's the main character of the entire series.
You never know. You never know.
It could be an epic plot twist. If
Listen, Goku's the main character and he still lost to Beerus. Goku's the main character and he couldn't defeat Merge Zamasu on his own. Goku's the main character. All right, and they had difficulty with, and for these past few arcs, he's the main character. He hasn't been getting bullshit wins. That he either has to fuse or something has to happen. Shit, Goku's the main character, and Frieza still managed to destroy the planet. If it wasn't for Whis, Frieza would have won. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. These past 3 arcs, they've just been taking L's. I mean, realistically, they've been taking L's, and then some bullshit happens. Plot obviously helps them, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Goku gets eliminated, and maybe Gohan has to do something. You never know. Dragon Ball's unpredictable, man. Dragon Ball is unpredictable.
And apart from that, I think that Goku's gonna probably just lay back and act like he was eliminated or something because of the explosion of the Spirit Bomb. And he's gonna hide and recover a bit, and maybe he's gonna go and kick some weaker universes out of the ring.
So he's gonna take care of the other ones. Well, how about you, Pablo? What do you think?
Well, what was it? So
with the hit and Jiren with their fight, do you think that Goku's eliminated, or do you think that he's just off somewhere recovering? Or
no. Why would they eliminate Goku? He is like you said, take Goku out. I mean, a lot of people ain't gonna watch.
Of course.
A lot of people watch because of Goku. And there's a lot of people that watch because of other characters, but Goku is the main character in front of all the posters and the papers. Who is in front? It's always Goku most of the time. Yeah. So I feel like he's just gonna do a Master Roshi and sit out. He's just gonna sit back somewhere in the rocks and rubble and just sit out while Hit just goes at Jiren. Yeah, that's how I feel like it's just gonna be. And if it isn't, well, I don't know what Toei are doing.
Yeah, I'm sure all of you guys are excited for Jiren versus Hit. All right.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Bubbles?
And by the way, just to let people know here, because this has been going around ever since the last couple hours, episodes 115 to 120 are fake. So if anyone out there is talking about, because there's been these fake spoilers suggesting that Jiren beats Vegeta, Jiren beats Goku, all these things, and finally it's Gohan versus Jiren episode 120. Those are fake. So if anybody's buying into that, there's no spoilers for that. So just to clear that up.
Yeah, what about you, Bubbles? What do you think?
Hit and Jiren is what I've been waiting.
That's her wet dream, bro.
Oh really?
Yo, you don't know how many times. Yo, she really thinks Hit can win this, bro.
Oh, okay, all right. I want to go that far.
I am the biggest Hit fan.
Listen, Hit's sense of awareness. I mean, not Hit. Jiren's sense of awareness is pretty high. I mean, the guy can sense where the attacks of gods are coming from. So I mean, you have to keep in mind, Jiren is no pushover. He's no joke. He's taken kicks to the face at Kaioken times 20. I don't think that Hit is gonna be able to handle Jiren. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. But I mean, if you think so, if you think Hit is gonna stand a chance, I feel like if Hit has something up his sleeve, maybe he's learned to stop time. Maybe he's learned to control time.
I think Hit has learned more than what people are leading.
Right. I think he's not going 100. You're right.
me talking about Hit is an entire different topic. But what I think, I don't know, I was kind of listening a bit to what Alex was saying about maybe Hit kind of steps in how Goku stepped in, and pulls of like, this is my fight type thing, and or maybe Goku gets disinterested, like, because we don't really know how the fight's gonna go, obviously. So it is a possibility that, because obviously Goku's not gonna get wrung out, like, as almost everybody else has said. Like, I don't think Goku's gonna be out easy. It doesn't make sense for the Goku show to get rid of Goku when that's, you know, that's the main character right there.
Right.
Unless if they do have plans for Gohan, which could definitely be a thing. I'm sure people would also love to see a big Gohan come back. But I don't think Goku will get wrung out. I think what would happen and how we get into the Jiren versus Hit is that Hit does step in and pulls a "this is my fight now" and wants to continue what would have been started earlier if Goku didn't interfere.
Ooh, give me a boner right now just thinking about that. Imagine that.
well, we have to keep in mind. Goku did help Hit. All right, when Hit was in trouble, Goku was Super Saiyan God and helped out Hit. So it only makes sense that, you know, Hit returns the favor. So that's one primary reason, which is why it's leading to Goku probably either taking a rest or focusing on other members of the universes, because again, we have other unexplored members like the Namekians from Universe 6 who still haven't been explored, you know.
Do you think Hit would need to step in because Goku can't quite control the power of the new form?
Well,
and maybe there's a certain power downtime or something he has to figure out, and this is when somebody needs to step in, and the only other liable person would be Hit.
That's fucking scary. You need all these people to fight one guy. That's fucking terrifying, bro.
Well, look. What I think,
since we don't know how the transformation is going. You know?
Right. That's what I wanted to get into. See, it depends on how the transformation goes, because I personally think it's a transformation that's awakened because Goku notices that he's fucked. Hands down, that's what I think happens. He notices that he's screwed. He just gave everything. He gave 100%. He threw everything at Jiren. And his universe is on the line. His body awakens this form, and either it can go a few different ways. Either he can't control it and he still knows what he's doing. He uses all of his power and it doesn't work against Jiren, and so Hit comes in and buys him time. Or Goku goes on a rampage. He becomes ruthless and he becomes reckless. And he awakens the true savage nature of a Saiyan, and I would say similar to how Kale is, where she's like blind rage. I feel like there's a possibility for that too. It all depends. It all depends on how this transformation goes. It doesn't look like Goku's gonna be a savage person, but it looks like he's super freaking serious. It looks like he's super angry, super serious. For all we know, he could be like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's attitude, where during the Cell Saga he didn't care and he just killed all the Cell Juniors and just didn't give a shit and wanted to just like completely decimate Cell and just like embarrass him and break him down emotionally. I feel like Goku will be like that, but he just wants to like whoop everybody's ass. Like, and he's just not gonna focus on Jiren because Hit steps in. That's one possibility. Like I said, it can go down multiple ways. It all depends what happens. But anyways, guys, I want to thank all of you guys for joining me today. Guys, check out Popo's bedroom as well as Alex's channel, Unrelenting Gaming. They're going to be in the annotations. You can actually click their faces. You can click Alex's face on the bottom left, my face top left, and of course Popo's bedroom on the top right. And of course we have the latest video on the bottom right. I want to thank Pablo, Jeremy, Vinix, Bubbles. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you guys so much, guys, for joining me in the topic discussion for today. Guys, I hope you are all hype for Dragon Ball Super, the 1-hour special. Of course, we are going to be covering it with Cell hilariously recaps the 1-hour special. And guys, we're so looking forward to this episode, and we're gonna do a review and everything. So guys, thank you so much for joining me in today's topic discussion. Of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, give this video a like, and drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm Devil Artemis. These are my peeps. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace.